Let's start with a creature that survives by becoming someone else's nightmare fuel, the hagfish. This thing looks like an eel that gave up on life. When a predator bites it, the hagfish doesn't fight back, doesn't run, and doesn't even try to escape. Instead, it releases an absurd amount of slime. Not normal slime. We're talking about a single hagfish filling an entire bucket of water with thick mucus in seconds. The slime clogs the predator's gills, making it choke on its own breathing system. And while the attacker is busy suffocating, the hagfish calmly ties itself into a knot, wipes the slime off its body, and casually slides away. No speed, no panic.
Just slime-based psychological warfare.
Evolution really said, you don't need muscles, you need trauma. Next up is an animal whose survival plan is simply falling apart, the sea cucumber. This soft, sausage-looking thing lives on the ocean floor, doing absolutely nothing useful. But when it feels threatened, it literally ejects its own internal organs out of its body. Its intestines, respiratory organs, and sticky tubes shoot out like biological confetti. The predator gets distracted eating the organs, while the sea cucumber slowly crawls away, missing half its insides. And the worst part? This works. The sea cucumber regrows everything later, like it was no big deal. Imagine throwing your organs at a mugger, escaping, and then growing new ones over the weekend. Disturbing, but effective. Now let's talk about an insect whose survival method is just self-sacrifice, the exploding ant. These ants live in Southeast Asia, and their entire purpose is to die violently. When a predator attacks the colony, worker ants rush toward the threat, contract their muscles, and literally explode. Their bodies rupture, releasing toxic, sticky chemicals that trap and kill the enemy. The ant dies instantly, but the colony survives. They are born knowing that their best contribution to life is becoming a living grenade. No retirement. No promotion. Just explosion. Nature really said teamwork makes the dream work. Moving on to something even worse, the horned lizard. This little reptile looks harmless until it's cornered. When threatened, it increases blood pressure in its head so much that blood shoots out of its eyes. Yes, from the eyes. The blood contains chemicals that taste horrible to predators like foxes and coyotes. So the attacker gets a face full of eyeball blood and immediately regrets every life choice it ever made. The lizard doesn't chase, doesn't attack, it just weaponizes its own circulatory system and hopes trauma does the rest. But nothing beats emotional damage quite like the kangaroo rat. This tiny desert rodent survives by playing a dangerous game with rattlesnakes. It doesn't bite, scratch, or overpower the snake. Instead, it jumps directly into the snake's strike range on purpose. When the snake lunges, the kangaroo rat uses lightning-fast reflexes to kick the snake mid-attack, launching it backward. This isn't luck, it's precision. One mistake and it's over. Imagine surviving by taunting death every night. That's not bravery. That's anxiety with legs. Now let's enter parasite territory, the hairworm. This thing survives by hijacking another animal's brain. The worm infects insects like crickets and grasshoppers, grows inside them, and waits. When it's ready to reproduce, it takes control of the host's nervous system and forces it to jump into water.
The insect drowns, and the worm swims away to continue its life. The host doesn't resist. It walks calmly into its own death like it's following instructions. If that's not disturbing, I don't know what is. Next is a mammal that survives by shutting down life itself, the opossum. When threatened, it doesn't fight, it doesn't run, it collapses. Its body goes limp, its heart rate drops, its breathing slows, and it emits a smell like a rotting corpse. Predators think it's already dead and leave. The opossum didn't fake death. Its body literally forced itself into a near unconscious shutdown. It wakes up hours later like, did I survive? Yes. Barely. Now, let's talk about something that survives by becoming pain itself, the bombardier beetle. When attacked, this beetle mixes chemicals inside its body and fires a boiling hot toxic spray directly at the predator's face. The reaction reaches near 100 degrees Celsius. It's basically a biological flamethrower. If that sounds extreme, remember, this insect weighs less than a paperclip. Evolution decided fear wasn't enough. It needed chemical warfare. And finally, we have the aphid, an insect so weak its survival method involves sacrificing its own children. When predators attack, some aphids produce offspring that are born with thicker bodies and act as living shields. These soldier babies don't reproduce. They exist only to block tunnels, attack enemies, and die. Imagine being born knowing your only job is to be eaten slightly later than everyone else. I don't know if these creatures love their lives or not. But as always, I love you guys.